scale exactly correctly all the details of the bunker's underground bunker, and another one that's scaled exactly to the above ground room where the explosion actually happened. Half-inch steel plate. They will be nice and heavy. And this way, I won't be just be seeing the difference in the propagation of the shock waves.
In search of a definitive yes or no to the myth, the focus is all on the lethal potential of those explosive shockwaves. And Adam's in no doubt that both his scale rooms are sturdy enough to survive the ordeal.
I'm going to tell you, this is the heaviest scale model I've ever built. Come on in right here.
Now, there's no question that blowing stuff up is best done outdoors. And you know it's a big day on the bomb range when explosives experts Frank Doyle and J.D. Nelson are both there to help out.
No.
You know, when we set off an explosive other than shrapnel, the thing we're worried about is known as pressure wave. This is a moving wall of pressure that's radiating outward from the explosion. What it kills is an increase in that kind of pressure that somebody experiences when they're near a blast. The question we're trying to answer is that if we set off an explosive in a closed room like a bunker where we contain that blast and see an increased amount of pressure and therefore an increased lethality, more so than what we would see in an open room like a conference room where the pressure can escape through windows and doors.
The business end of our testing today can be performed by this, a pressure transducer. This will be placed at a precise distance from the center of the blast, and it converts the mechanical energy of the blast shock wave into an electrical impulse which will allow us to carefully measure and compare the two blasts we're doing today.
Providing a room for both rooms is a blasting cap. For a test on this scale, J.D. and Frank have chosen two robust yet cheeky number 10s.
It's right there from the
Okay, if that's 1 inch, let's mark it and tape it.
J.D. and Frank are ensuring the setup's exactly the same when the time comes to prime the bunker.
Jamie, the cap's in place.
Hopefully safe behind the screen, J.D. counts down to the open room blast.
3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Let's go look at the data.
Now remember, the rooms are to scale, but the charge isn't. We're not looking for damage, but the measure of pressure induced by the blast.
So what's the data say?
In the conference room, we got a peak pressure of 14 psi.
Excellent. Let's do the other one.
Okay, so it's off to the bunker. And just like the first room, this lodge needs a lid.
It sounds like we're sealing a crypt.
Well, that's kind of the whole idea. And with the roof welded tight, Jamie screws in the pressure transducer.
This time around, it's a contained explosion. And if the theory is correct, we should see a higher PSI in here. Here we go.
Now, J.D. and Frank ever so carefully insert the explosive. When we're done, we're almost ready to blow.
In 3, 2, 1. Doink.
Just like last time, the steel shell muffled the blast, but the drama is all in the data.
What happened in the bunker?
In the bunker, we got a peak pressure.
So let's talk about for a cruise ship.
Almost 4 times the pressure we got in the conference room. Wow, that's a result.
It is.
As predicted, this potentially lethal pressure wave would do a lot more damage in the bunker, which is really good news for the myth.
There might be something to this one. Where do you want to go from here?
Let's stop screwing around and ramp things up.
I'm gonna get 2 balls
Up
in one
next,
pocket.
Grant suffers for science. But in silence.
You got 2 balls. I mean, I guess you succeeded.
With the robot primed for action, the next step in the slap son sense myth is to run a series of tests. First, with the subject as normal, then impaired in some way, then impaired again, and slapped. The man in the hot seat is correct, simply because this face, under pressure, was far and away the funniest. And here's what he's going to face.
For our slap sense myth experiment, we have 4 tasks to challenge Grant. We're going to test his reflexes, calculation, coordination, and visual communication skills. And to make sure that slap effect doesn't wear off, each of these tasks will only be about a minute long.
We'll get to the slap shortly. First up, Grant attempts all 4 tasks to give us an unimpaired baseline before we fetter his faculties.
So this is how the reflex challenge is going to work. Grant will stand here on this grate. All right, you got it. Now above him are stars that are held up by electromagnets. And these stars will drop one at a time. And his challenge is to catch the stars before they hit the ground. 5, 6, amazing. 7, 8. What do you think? Well done. 8 out of 8. On to the next challenge. So for the coordination challenge, it'll be a good old-fashioned shooting gallery. 1. Release air-powered rifles to fire in quarters. 2. 60 seconds to load the rifle. 3. And shoot all 6 targets. 4. Right. You shot 5 out of 6. Well done. Thank you.
Tests 3 and 4 are a bit more cerebral. First, a communication challenge as he and a blindfolded Tory try to replicate a pattern.
2 tips of trying to sketch. Okay, and we're done.
And then a quick-fire math test.
30 plus 2.
For this exercise, there is a time limit, which poses no problem as he nails 3 from 3. With his brain firing at all cylinders, Grant scored predictably well. Now it's time to dial down his faculties. And according to Dr. Sanders, one of the best and simplest ways is to put him on ice.
Oh, what is this?
So we're gonna chill you.
Right, we're gonna leave you in here for a half hour until the cold takes effect on your body. We'll pull you out and do the tests. And that'll be our control. That's right.
After taking his temperature,
Okay, we have a starting temperature of 97.1.
Chill out. Alright, chill out. Oh, very funny.
they lead Grant to shiver and speculate.
Now, I've been in really cold temperatures. The first thing that starts to go is your motor skills. And the second thing that goes is your judgment.
When the half hour's up, Grant's lost 7 degrees of body temperature. Technically, that's verging on hypothermia. So let's see if the doctor was right. If the cold has impaired him as much as a panic attack.
Okay,
All right,
coordination.
You ready for this challenge? I'm ready. Stay frosty. Alright.
He starts with the targets. Last time, he was 5 from 6. This time, it's 3.
Alright, now to the next challenge.
Next up is the math test. And those numbers aren't tripping off the tongue like last time.
5 plus 8 is 33.
Like you did, Jake.
210. Wrong.
Time running out. He scored nothing.
Time left. Move on to the next challenge.
Gosh, coordination now?
Yeah, it almost seems cruel. That's science for you.
1, 2. 2 out of 8. Last time we got 8 out of 8.
So hopes are not high for the last test.
Okay.
The seconds tick by.
To the right. Sorry. Flip it clockwise. Clockwise.
And there's more than one pattern emerging.
Rotate clockwise and got it.
Time. All right, well, the results of the control test are you're definitely compromised.
In fact, impaired Grant was trounced by non-impaired Grant. Now for the fun stuff.
Time to stick you back in the freezer for a half hour, bring you out, slap you, and do the test again.
Grant's warmed up during testing, so it's back to the freezer to inhibit his brain again. And 30 mind and body numbing minutes later,
Ready for the test?
All right, Grant, have a seat in the slap machine.
That's correct.
You are cold.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to get some sense slapped in you? Here we go.
All right, on to the reflexes test.
there's no time to lose, as they don't want the cold or the slap to wear off.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good.
Yeah.
On to the next test.
But first, it's back in the truck for a top-up. It's a method they'll repeat between each test. First the rechill, then the slap.
All right, quick, to the next challenge.
looking more focused than last time.
Minus 10 is 70, divided by 2 is 35.
Next time. Not as good as the practice, but better than the control.
You got 1 out of 3.
Off to the chill in the slack.
It's fun to watch, but let's spare a thought for the man with his face on the line.
I'm starting to feel bad for him.
Me too.
So lucky.
On to the test.
Let's go.
Right about now, Carrie and Tori are thankful that the gun only shoots quarters.
Our expert said that the physiological response, getting slapped, is the fight or flight adrenaline rush that you get. I'm pretty sure that's what I had, because when I got slapped, I was ready to like jump up and hit something.
So with one last long shiver and a hopefully restorative slap, Grant once again consorts with the enemy.
Sound a lot more focused. Is good. I like where you're going. Rotate back counterclockwise.
But is he on track to beat the last time? Only Carrie knows for sure.
Okay, there we have it. Not as good as the practice, but better than the control.
The results are as clear as ice. When Grant was part crippled by cold, his performance fell off across the board. After the slap, he bounced back, but not far enough to match his unimpaired baseline.
I'd say that I'm starting to believe that there's something to being able to slap the senses.
The myth looks plausible, but have we gone far enough to prove the point? There's still room to ramp this one up, and the